Okay.
Again, class has started. I am recording. Zip it. Okay. All right. So, the next method that I have to teach you is called the Borda Count method. This method is the method that you will see in the sports world. Okay. So, they use it to calculate Heisman Trophy results. Okay.
I know that gets that's so entertaining.
It does.
Your daughter ever
But I have to.
You ever have her out there?
No.
You haven't?
I don't trust her around any of you.
Oh my jeez.
Who?
Oh yeah. You do out there.
You don't trust her
You
around
ever
me?
leave? You ever leave that door? She gonna come back saying, "Oh,
This minute.
Oh, I know.
you hear me? Oh, fuck shit, bitch."
I would into
Oh.
I'm sending this link to Miss Curry today.
Chill.
Then you chill.
You won't die.
Other people from other schools watch this.
What?
People that teach discrete use my videos.
We
Stop.
You better-
entertaining them.
Right. They think you're all psychotic.
They probably be laughing at
Okay.
us. Oh my gosh. Alright,
Let's do.
This is what we look up.
So, this method is mainly used in the sports world. They use it to calculate swimming, track, cross country, Heisman. Okay. So, these are actually Heisman Trophy results from 2015. Okay. So,
These real people.
yes. I mean, that's what they told me last period, because Christian watches all this and whatever not. Okay, so I want you to figure out. Were you not here yesterday? Okay, over there in blue Boykin.
Trayvon.
Okay. So Trayvon Boykin, okay, is from TCU. Okay, so they give you that he came in first place once, he came in second place 3 times, he came in third place 4 times, and somehow that's supposed to equal 13 points.
How's that? How the hell you get 13?
Okay. Connor came in first twice, second 3 times, and last once, and still came out to be the same points as Trayvon. How?
Now,
How does that happen?
it's funny because that's what all my math teachers tell me. That's about what I do.
Hey, I'm confused.
Yeah,
You're supposed to be confused at this point. I haven't taught you this. I want to see if you can come up with it on your own.
Oh!
I got you.
Wait.
I know you got me. You've taken this class.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you don't actually like sit here. Is it times 2 to plus 1? No, we don't.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
So John said, I can do 4 times 3 plus 1.
Right, thanks. No, I didn't.
Okay. Does that work for the next one? What's 3 times 1 plus 2?
Oh, we're supposed to figure out for the.
It don't work for that
I'm
one.
trying to figure out how you know it does not work.
So, John, that's a really, really good guess, but it doesn't work for the other person. It has to work all the time.
Good try, John.
That's a good try. How it says this will depend on what place you get.
That's what I was thinking. That
Think
too.
about it.
Okay.
If Star comes in first, Brooklyn comes in second, and Alshane comes in third. You did 3 at the end of my alphabet. Well, you did 3 at the end of my alphabet. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, if Star comes in first and Brooklyn comes in second, Does Star and Brooklyn deserve the same thing?
No.
Yes.
Star deserves more than what Brooklyn gets.
No, she don't.
If Brooklyn comes in second, now Sinead comes in third. Does Al Sinead deserve what Brooklyn gets?
Hell no. I work hard for my second place.
Okay.
Girl.
So the way that they do this is they assign points depending on where you fall. So if you're in last place, you get the least amount of points, but we've got to give you something, so we give you 1. So every time that Trayvon came in last place, he got 4 points. So he got a total of 4 for last place. When he moved up into second place, he gets a little bit more than last place. So he gets 2 points for coming in second. We came in second 3 times, so he gets 6 points.
What the hell?
You get a little bit more for coming in first, so he gets 3 points for first, and 1 times 3 is 3. And that gives you 13.
What is this? What
Is
the
it
hell
always
is
like
that?
Listen,
What the face?
my board sucks. When you get over there, it doesn't always do what you're supposed to do.
No, you just.
Sometimes
What is
when
that?
I write clear down here, it shows up in the middle. Okay.
Girl, do it.
I sometimes have to calibrate it 6 or 7 times in a class. It just happens. Okay. So it will work every time. Connor gets 3 points every time he comes in first twice. He gets coming in second. 3 times 2 is another 6. And he gets 1 point for coming in last. And 1 times 1 is 1. 13.
Wait.
Why?
Wait, what do you get
Okay, why are we
Oh, we do got the same thing. I'm over here like, why? So it gotta be like that with all the rest of them too, right?
First gets
Wait,
3,
what's
second gets
this?
2, third gets 1.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if you think about it, if we pass out medals, you
Right.
get gold, silver, and bronze.
Right.
Right.
Gold is better than silver, silver is better than bronze.
Right.
What about that?
Okay.
Wait, Miss Smith, where did the points come from?
The points are just what you assign to them. Okay. So, some things to keep in mind. When you assign points, you always start in last place. Okay. So you always start. If it's 5 candidates, your 5th place person gets 1 point. If it's 17 candidates, your 17th person gets 1 point. Okay. Whatever is your last row gets 1 point for that row.
Ooh.
As you move up, they gain a point. Okay. So, why doesn't the total match the number of votes by place for each nominee? Okay. You need to take into consideration. So you need to consider first versus second versus third. Okay. You need to consider where they fall. If they fall higher in the ranks, they're more important, they get more. If they fall lower in the ranks, they're not as important, they get less.
Hey. Ooh. Miss Smith, can you say this for me? Ooh, nothing. Say, ooh, nothing.
What about?
Okay, how can you always get the correct total for each nominee? We assign points. From 1 to 3, starting in last place. This is the whole Borda Count.
Like in basketball, when you shoot, it's 2 points. But if you hit a 3-pointer, it's 3 points. Wait. So what's 1 point?
1 point's a free throw.
Oh yeah, that makes sense though.
2, 3.
That's a fine example. 1. I ought to be on a billboard for that shit. 3. dumb fuck. Shoot, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Man, turn that into Miss Curry. Oh God.
She about to catch you too.
Oh, she ain't.
Okay.
She ain't.
So, these are Heisman Trophy results from 2009. Okay, you've got Mark Ingram that played for Alabama and Toby Gurrick that played for Stanford. Okay, this is how many times each one of them came in first, came in second, and came in third place.
Dang.
I want you to get a total for Mark and a total for Toby,
Toby.
and then give me the margin of victory. Who wins and by how much? Okay, margin of victory means how much did they win by.
Okay,
So, calculate their totals, tell me who wins, and tell me by how much. Yes. I was tagging you in.
No. Oh, you want us to do what we just did? The
Yes.
1, 2. Okay. No, but tell me.
Okay, so again,
I ain't got no
last
rules.
place is 1 point. Second place is 2 points. First
11?
place is 3 points. Not everybody's.
Could you chill? We did all treasure. Why you baby, give me your dream now. Baby, I can't see it. Why you
It's marketing.
No. I'm tired of being fall in love. You want to fall in love. And pick your body up. That shit.
It's the margin.
Well, what's on
everything.
this class
is the fastest of all
That's because she ain't free on
What does that mean?
Y'all ever watch Black Mirror and that show where Ashley something?
Who? Oh God, like, I'm telling I won't play.
Put you into the next one.
What if Toby Gurrick?
All right,
I'm pretty sure that's.
Caleb.
No.
So what you doing for your birthday week after school?
Me?
I got.
I'm going gambling tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not even there. Then we close tomorrow.
Can I go?
Oh.
You gonna be that bitch said. He didn't know.
He get no money.
How many points does Mark
He can't
have?
lose all that bread.
Okay, 1304. How many points does Toby have?
1276.
1276.
Mark wins by 28.
Mark wins by 28 points.
Wow. Bro, okay. How did y'all get there?
Okay, look. You
You want
ready?
me to describe it?
So this one.
No.
And you add it all together.
I will show the class.
So wait.
Oh, you got a tom.
I will show you.
So,
Just look at the parentheses.
I thought we had to add everything. Oh, okay. Find that way.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking.
What'd you get?
Oh, yeah. Okay, look, I was
I don't know
adding
what's going on.
the line.
227 times 3 is 1.
Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, man. I feel like I was
Sad part is there's a calculator right in front of his face.
Come on, bro.
Sad part. Alright.
Extra.
I swear I'd lose my head if it wasn't. Huh? Like the marker?
No, the light.
Oh.
There you go.
That's so much pretty.
Okay, so Borda Count method is what you just did. He's like, what is this? Okay, Borda Count method is what you just did. So it says that each place on the ballot is assigned a point value. In reverse order.
Right there.
Yes.
Oh, nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
Add points to get the total of each candidate. So we're saying reverse order, which means whenever you assign your points, you start in last place. So last place would get 1 point. The next person would get 2 points. The next person would get 3 points. You can keep going, 4 points, 5 points, until you get to that first place person.
So depending on how many people there are in first ballot or first place is only one.
Yes. Okay, so depending on how many people you're ranking, your first place could go up to 100. Okay, we will never do anything that big. I think the biggest we ever do is 5. Okay. Your Borda winner is the candidate with the highest total. So yesterday, while we talked plurality, we only cared about who came in first. So then we looked at that one with the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Cotton Bowl. And we said that they picked to go to the Rose Bowl, but it was unfair because there was actually more people that did not want to go to the Rose Bowl than did. Okay? So what is good about this method that the plurality didn't take into consideration? Why would we prefer this method over plurality? Because plurality is super easy. This is technically easy too. But what does this take into consideration that plurality didn't? It takes care of no matter what place you're in, you get something. Okay? So it's not just looking at the popular person. They want to look at how many times you're not popular. Okay? So this method takes all ranks into consideration. Okay? It takes every one of your ranks into consideration. We don't care where you fall, you get something. So you could always fall dead last. But guess what? You're going to get some points. You get something. Here's your participation trophy. I hate that they do that.
You know what it is?
That's what a lot of teachers do. The fact that
No.
if you don't do your work, if you participate or not, you'll get great.
No. You ain't getting nothing here, sorry.
Bro.
Love you all, but nope.
No, that's for the kids that really don't do their work.
That sucks.
My party.
Cause you ain't getting participation points in college.
That's what I'm saying.
Heck, they
I
don't
think Miss
even,
White do that though.
they don't even
Yeah,
care
Miss
if you
White do
show
that.
up
Miss
in
White,
college.
yeah, Miss White do.
You don't show up?
grades
It's a 0.
because we ain't never doing it in her class. So she started saying,
All right,
if you participate,
so there's 2 different ways that I'm gonna show you how you can calculate these, okay? I don't care which method you decide to use, okay? But I will show you both. So the first one is a calculation example, okay? And this says the number of votes of a column So when they're talking number of votes of a column, they're talking about these top numbers at the top of each column. So what'd you say?
Oh, I gotta wait for that to turn off before I say anything.
Oh, okay. Number of votes of a column times each rank value so that's your 1 point for last place, 2 points for third place, 3 points for second, 4 points for first. And then get the sum for each candidate. Okay. This is really easy if you know your times tables. Okay. So what this is saying is you want to take the number of voters in each column and you want to multiply it against the points. Okay, so 14 people put D in last, so you would do 14 times 1, 14. As you move up, you get a little bit more. So this one's 14 times 2, or 28. Fourteen times 3, 42. And 14 times 4, 56.
you gotta do all of them like that?
You do each column multiplying by the number that's on top. So the next column should be super easy. We start at 10. What's my 10's times tables? 10, what comes next? 20, 30, 40. You know your times tables, it becomes very, very easy. Okay? 8, we start 8. 16,
24,
24,
32.
32.
4, 8, 12.
4, 8, 12, 16. What kind of voice was that?
What you doing on that?
Oh, nothing. Hey, oh, yeah.
So now, to get the total for A, you add up all the numbers associated with A. So 56 plus 10 plus 8 plus 4.
It's hard. I'm really in trouble. It's hard. Wait, no. If I stay after school, do I come up here?
Wait.
Wait.
Why did
Oh, the A's. Okay.
Okay.
you?
We're totaling up all of our A values. So A got 56, bless you, in the first column, 10 in the second, 8 in the third, 4 in the last.
So 78.
78. B. 42, 30, 16, 16.
Oh, I think that's wrong.
Say.
It's 104.
Jot it down.
C, you said was 100. 28 plus 40 plus 24 plus 8 is 100 points. And D is 78. D is 14, 20, 32, and 12. For a total of 70.
Oh, nothing.
Now that we've got that,
I
who's
feel
my
like,
winner?
B.
B.
you know, I feel like what's gonna happen. And how much points did he win by? 4. Right? Because 78 crosses out, and then you subtract 104 from 100, and you get 4.
Okay.
Right? All right.
The one before. C's in second then. And you actually have a tie for third.
That's cool.
A and D tie for third.
That's not good.
Who's that?
Oh, Caleb.
Oh,
Answer me this. I know it's not on there. Answer me this. Who is the most disappointed that B wins?
Yo, that's an easy name.
Why would A be disappointed?
Wait,
I agree.
because that's the one.
Going.
It's the only one.
A got the most first place votes.
There you go.
A had 14. B has 4. C has 10. And D has 8.
It's the only-
So if you looked by the popular vote, A should have been your winner.
Yeah.
B should have actually come in last place. And somehow, now that we consider second, third, and fourth place, they took over.
That's wild. Shout out.
For B,
Yeah.
B comes first here. So they get 4.
Shout out.
Is it what?
Shout out.
Okay, so A is very disappointed. B should have come in dead last according to the popular vote. But instead, they come in first. Okay, this is the second way to calculate this. Okay, so sometimes you don't want to put the numbers on the chart. If you miss a number on the chart, okay, so you can calculate this way. So red, 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. Every time red comes in first, they get 4 points. How many times does red come in first?
What? What? No.
So it gets to-
Oh,
It's
11. 5 people, 6 people. So red comes in first 11 different times. So they get 4 points 11 different times. Plus
That's a lot of points.
3. How many times does red come in second place for 3 points?
0.
0. They get 2 points for every time they come in third. Well, that's here and here.
That's 2.
That's 12.
That's 12. So 2 points 12 times and 1 point for coming in dead last.
4, 8.
8. So now you would plug that into the calculator. 4 times 11 plus 3 times 0. You really wouldn't have to put in 3 times 0 because what's 3 times 0? 0 plus 2 times 12 plus 1 times 8. 76 points. You would have gotten that same exact answer if we would have put it in the chart and added up all your reds.
Ooh, nothing. Hey. Ooh.
Green. 4 for first, 3 for second, 2 for third, 1 for last. How many times does green come in first? 9 different times. Okay, green comes in first here, 9 different times. How many times does green come in second place? 13. 5 for the first column, 8 for the second column. What about third place?
6.
6. And what about last place?
3.
So 4 times 9 plus 3 times 13 plus 2 times 6 plus 1 times 3. You're awake?
It's 90.
90. Jasmine says it's 90.
Hey. Ooh. Blue.
Blue. 4 times what?
11.
You said 4 times 11. Okay? 4 times 11. 3 times
6. Oh, no.
15. Good. 3 times 15. 2 times
5.
5. And 1 times 0. Who doesn't come in last place? So 44 plus 45 plus 10. No.
99.
99.
They was 1 point away.
You were pretty close. Last one.
Do pink by yourself?
Pink, do it by yourself.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she's making me do work.
I'm sorry.
I don't like her no more. Worst math teacher ever. She sucks.
3, 8.
Could you think to yourself, please? Thank you.
3, 8.
Negro. Ooh. And then you gonna do it again.
I'm gonna have to go with.
Hey. Ooh. Ooh. What you doing with all that? Let me touch. Let me touch.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Your,
nothing.
your daughter definitely gonna come back saying that.
Ooh, nothing.
She gonna be like,
Ooh, nothing. I'm like, hey.
Miss
Ooh.
Lip gonna be like,
Yes.
45.
45. It should have been 4 times 0, 3 times 3, 2 times 8, and 1 times 20. So blue in first, green in second, red in third, and pink in fourth. 45. 45, 45.
what time is it? Is somebody? Damn, nobody got their phone off. Ha! Miss Lip, what time?
Okay, before we leave, you must do the next problem and let me check it.
Oh, shit, it's 3:20. For real, you want to leave?
Hey,
Yeah, we got like 10 minutes, friend.
hey.
I'm a genius.
Yeah, it's been real.
I didn't go to sleep, y'all.
Hey!
Hey!
So I need you to complete this one on your own and let me check it. You're gonna have a stroke. Come on, Lolly, you got this.
I can't do it.
You can.
Is it too
You can do it.
Okay.
Why is it so confusing with the ABC?
Wait, which one is it?
What, instead of the actual colors? He says, why is it so confusing when it says ABC?
No.
Okay? I don't care if you do it the way we just did with the 4 times whatever, 3 times whatever, or whether you fill it into the chart and then add them all up. Okay? It's entirely up to you. Either way, you come out with the same exact answer. Brooklyn, you gonna sign us off to YouTube?
Hey, thank you for choosing Trish Quarter. Have a blessed day. Beach. Oh, no.
Oh my God.